All right, for freedom. Out of curiosity, let me see if journal. Promising succor. Sid welcomes Clive into his deadland sanctuary hidden deep within the ruins of a lost civilization. There, Clive discovers something that eluded him for 13 years. Freedom. Right. So, these are just timeline notes on the large events in general, but for the actual codex entries, we're gonna have to wait to meet somebody.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, those are just the quests. Okay. Because yeah, I was curious about his group and all that.
It's downstairs. Try not to get lost.
Good talk. Good talk.
The dominant needs her rest. I'll see she's not disturbed.
Nice. Behind the door.
Yeah, that's cool.
Dialogue. Big G.
He's in. Oh no.
Are you
Goods,
okay?
was it? Perhaps you can help. Sid asked me to make ready for our mission. How does one go about that here?
Well, there's old Nan's place. On second thoughts, you maybe want to see Blackthorn first.
A blacksmith? To the forge it is then.
In the meantime, Goots, your mission
Wait, no, hold up.
is to hold the door.
Blackthorn won't take no notice of you otherwise. Might not anyway.
What'd you give me? Rum? That's how I get his attention? Is that a key item with a description?
So how do you pronounce his name?
Goots?
Goetz? Getz? I don't know. Goetz? Okay.
Yeah.
Continental rum.
Fancy a mug of Kenneth's Coldest.
Clive said Goots.
Okay.
So.
Are you Blackthorn?
What if I am? I've no time for idle chatter.
I'm not here to talk.
I prefer
I'll be
Goatsy.
accompanying Sid to Lost Wing and I need you to see to my equipment.
You could be accompanying the goddess Krieger to a holy bedchamber for all I care. I'm not lifting a finger for you.
Is that so?
Well, how about you get loaded up?
Oh, do I have to give it to him?
Do you want that or not? I can take it back.
Damn you, Goots.
I've been 13 years
Right,
sober.
right. No need to be hasty.
Shows you the medal.
That's dark. What?
Oh,
Damn it.
throws the metal in the fire. Smelts it.
I doubt that lot could stay a Moogle's farts. Bloody Imperials. They'd rather see their bearers dead than kit it out properly. I'll do what I can, as a favor to Goot's mind.
There was a tweet about Street Fighter 6 where someone was just like, man, is there anything... Has anyone figured out how to stop Jamie from drinking? And someone replied, if I couldn't stop my dad, why do you think I could stop Jamie?
Wow. Jeez. All right, let him drink.
Foraging. Crafting new gear and upgrading gear done at a blacksmith. As long as you have the recipe and proper materials, highlight the item, and do your thing. All right. I'm infamously not a fan of crafting that much, so let's try to keep it simple. Iron belt,
You can craft
+1.
and reinforce later, I guess.
You need 12 iron fillings, and my belt go up. Hold. We did it. That was extremely simple.
Caesar Square. You want anything else? You bring your own materials.
I'll bear that in mind. Thank you.
A word of advice. Don't let Sid decide what's best for you.
Oh no?
Like, it's a very specific thing. Like, I love weapon modifying. I don't like crafting.
Okay, yeah.
I like when I take a weapon and it's like, oh, stick this over here, and then, like, add this function to it. But I don't like Minecraft style, grab a block of recipes and output a thing, you know?
Let's see.
That to specify. Yeah.
This is-
Okay.
Will appear in the upper right-hand corner of the screen when something changes in the hideaway. Updates for Karen's stole, and new recipes for the Black Hammer, requests, missives, other things.
Pay attention to the little gold icon.
I suppose I should thank Goots.
Nice.
I see I'm busy here,
How you doing?
but I ain't the cook, am I?
If you tasted Kenneth Brown, I might as well be.
Why didn't you finish the line? dude?
Yeah. I guess there's going to be some pseudo lines like that where they just get the first part out. Either way, don't refer to food as brown. Unless it's sauce brun. Not great. Not great, man.
Look, Sid needed a smith, and I needed a smithy. Call it a marriage of convenience. Doesn't hurt that the forge here is the hardest side of hell, or that it works without magic. I won't have no bearers suffering for me.
Got anything needs repairing?
Or retooling, you bring it here, along with your own materials. And any scraps left over, I keep.
Huh. Yeah, that's an interesting save money situation. You're getting some lines in, but not all of them.
What's that for you, dear?
Not that Final Fantasy couldn't afford to voice everything if they wanted to. So, we got a broadsword update if we spend just a little more wire-right. Okay. And this we have enough for. But then we're sacrificing our sword upgrade for stronger vambraces. Yeah, I guess it's a question of like which one do I? Yeah, so you're like, okay, what's why-right going to be spent on ultimately? And then reinforcing. Let's see, what do you do? Meteorite and another broadsword plus. Oh no, your broadsword +1 plus meteorite, and then you can make it +2, or I can add a frozen tear and some wire-right, and I can increase it. Okay.
Oh, that's kind of cheap, aside from the frozen tier.
Yeah, and so this is just like classic weapon upgrading. I don't know. I wonder what it goes up to. +5, +10, but either way, you commit, and then maybe another sword is going to come along, though. So we'll get a feel for how often we'll come across some wire-right. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Sorry. To craft a brand new broadsword versus upgrading the one we have. Okay.
+2 is the max.
Okay. Well, I don't think I want to spend the meteorite on the iron belt. I'd rather spend it on my offense if I get a chance. So I'm going to come back to this.
That it? Fine.
Seeing as you're new, let me share a word of warning. Keep your hands out of the stores, or I'll cut them off and crate them with the others.
Damn.
I'm only teasing. We feed the hands to the dogs. Seeing as you're new,
Nice.
let me share a word of warning. Keep your hands out of the stores, or I'll cut them off and crate them with the others.
Alright, keeper.
Another newcomer. You mind the rules round here, or our next?
Haha, I'm only kidding. It's even worse than you thought.
What are you gawping at, newcomer? Never seen a man work with his hands? Well, just get used to it if you're thinking of staying.
Yeah, I got fire powers, so I don't have to do that, but I see you, and I hear you, and I recognize your feelings.
Found a pair of new bearers willing to join us.
More names for Otto's ledger.
You another one of Sid's strays? What? We all are. Little uns, big uns, and everything in between. We're a damn sight better off here than out there in the world.
Better off here.
That world is crazy.
Out there in the world, that little specific Andrew Tate style R. Better off here, Bugatti. it's such a specific thing.
Your brand. Lady Tyre might be able to see to that. You may have been born a slave, but you're a free man.
Okay. And is the fat chocobo gone?
That's not written on the map anymore.
Or is it just the name of the bar is the fat chocobo? Perhaps?
Oh, that might be it.
If you can read, don't let Otto know. We'll put you to work on the ledgers too.
Ah. Good looking out.
Overqualified.
And how did you like the stew?
I haven't had lumpfish as sweet and tender since I was a maid.
You'd think he'd have time for a nip with old August before scampering back to his solar, but no.
Lonely, are we, August?
I'm no man's tool.
The gift worked. You have my thanks.
Come on, nearly there. You, blankets.
Her tattoo is... Her marking is a bit different. Or just scarred over. Okay, yeah.
All right, we make him comfortable while the bed's made up.
Okay.
Well, you're just gonna stand there? Someone fetch some water.
I'll get the bucket. You go and see if Otto needs out, eh?
I guess the process isn't really a clean one then, you know? People still are like, yeah, you just happened to get burnt right there, did you?
Got myself into.
Okay.
Did you lean in the burn?
How you doing? How you doing?
Who are they?
Huh? They're freed Imperial bearers. Who the hell are you? Shit, at this rate, you won't make it through the night. Think you can find your way up them stairs to the infirmary? We need Tyre. Well, go on. Shift your ass.
Shift your ass.
I actually have a circle button that does shift
After Jill.
in combat. that's neither here nor there.
Your friend needs her rest. There'll be time for tearful reunions once she's recovered.
I'm not here for Jill. You're wanted downstairs. There are injured bearers in need of attention.
Well, why didn't you say so?
I did say so.
Literally the first thing.
He's going to be all right. But I'll need to examine them both in the infirmary. My work's just begun.
Another fine day at the hideaway.
Do many of the bearers who come here arrive in this state?
It's no easy thing, casting off your chains. By the time most pluck up the courage, they're already too far gone. These two here are the lucky ones. The name's Otto. You need anything? You ask me.
Well, Otto, I do need some supplies.
Do you now? Then Lady Karen over there will be more than happy to help you.
Right.
And when I say hi, will she go?
Be seeing you.
Not likely.
Mendox.
I won't be staying.
Is that right? Well, for as long as you are here, consider yourself welcome. You helped us today, and we won't forget it.
All right. A place to maybe call home.
So in Hades, there's Karen the boatman, and his entire line for the game is right. Nice chatting with you, mate. Good talk.
Green icons over certain NPCs' heads for the quests. You can also check your journal tab in the main menu.
To-do list. After accepting a quest, it appears in the to-do list. Objectives for the red main scenario and up to 3 green side quests can be displayed simultaneously.
Any quest can be prioritized on the journal tab in the main menu by highlighting it and pressing X. They'll be displayed in the to-do list until the quest is completed or another quest is given priority. Remove priority by pressing it again.
Right, and you can accept here up to 3 side quests, or is just going to displayed
simultaneously?
Yeah, is it just the display or is it the accepting of them? Displayed, not accepted. Yeah, okay. Priority status for request can be removed upon highlighting it, and then
hideaway facilities. The 1,000 Tomes, a compendium of all things Valistia, and the Orchestrion, your personal jukebox for the songs of the game. Both are located in the hideaway's eatery, the Fat Chocobo. Check it on the local map.
The 1,000 Tomes sounds like the place we want to go.
Who are these people?
An interesting proposition, the idea of like, okay, you get a cool face tattoo, but it also is basically an indicator of your slave status. But it's right as fuck. Or you could get rid of it for your, like, freedom.
Their masters in the Imperial capital. By the look of those bruises.
And it's not really like anyone's gonna look at you and not know that you're a bearer, but it's symbolic, and either way you get a cool face scar, so, like, you're a badass top or bottom. It doesn't matter which way you go with it, you know? Yeah.
Sid once told me, the blight doesn't kill the land, it only makes her forget who she once was.
Damn it. We'll be needing more wood. But if I step away to fetch any, this lot will be down around our ears. Ah, you there. Perfect timing. I couldn't persuade you to fetch me some timber, could I?
I'd be happy to.
Happy?
Oh, thank you.
You'll be helping me and the hideaway both. Takes a lot of work to keep this place standing. More than we can manage, if I'm honest.
It certainly looks like you've got your hands full.
Ah, you can say that again. The Fallen knew their craft, make no mistake, but not even their handiwork lasts forever. That's why the walls need shoring up. Can't have the vegetable patch crushed before our first harvest now, can we?
No, I suppose not. All right, where can I find this wood?
Ask over at the White Ads. They'll point you in the right direction. Thanks again. I really appreciate the help.
See that? Accepted. Make do and mend.
Prioritize. Head carpenter, and he wears no fucking shirt. Good. That's good. Yeah. Just chafe up and fucking get splinters in your nipples, why don't you?
If you could bring me that wood, I'd be ever so grateful. The lads at the White Ads should be able to help you out.
Oh. Jeez. I mean, I'm sure some people are into that.
Alright, so let's see. 1,000 Tomes is over there, and that's the music.
Excuse me. The man working over by the garden sent me to fetch some wood.
Ah, that'll be Geoffrey, master carpenter. Luck would have it, we've just finished cutting the timber he's after. You take as much as you need from the stack.
Thank you.
No, not at all. We appreciate the assistance. All the wood you're likely to need is piled up just over there, ready for Master Geoffrey.
Here we are.
The wood planks.
Better get this to
all of them.
Geoffrey, was it?
Geoffroy.
You're cold?
He's not out chasing rumors. Sits up there in that hole.
Don't think I haven't noticed you.
Sits up there in that hole, brooding and scheming.
Yours is not a familiar face. Are you new to the hideaway, perchance?
Nice braids.
You could say that.
I know that voice.
Well then, allow me to welcome you. I am Harpocrates II Hyperboreus.
That's quite a name.
Harpocrates.
Quite a mouthful, I know. Which is why everyone here
calls
has
me
taken to calling
Oprah.
me simply Tomes, on account of the company I keep.
Turtle Pope.
And what varied company. I'm a collector, you see. Not of bijou and baubles, but of stories. The history and culture of these isles have ever been a source of endless fascination to me. But alas, my days of wandering the realm in search of new tales are far behind me. And so I've taken to sharing that which I've gathered with all who might listen. Perhaps you would care to listen.
Are you interested in the story?
You did me good in Elden Ring, man.
When I was very young,
and lived beyond these shores, my father would read to me every night from the only book we had, A History of Valistia by Moss the Chronicler. So enchanted was I by this realm of myth and magic that when I was of age, I enlisted as a deckhand on a merchant galley, that I might see it with my own eyes.
Yet, when I arrived,
what I found was a land of war and suffering, darkened by the blight and the evil in men's hearts. Still, I was determined to follow in the footsteps of Moss and record what I could, and so I did in all manner of places and all manner of roles, until my aging legs could carry me no longer.
Fortunately,
Sid found me by the roadside, so to speak, and offered me a place here, where I might continue my studies, albeit without the wandering.
This man is 31 years old.
ready
Battle
for the
Network.
The old house.
I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before.
The 1,000 Tomes is a comprehensive compendium of Vastilian lore, covering everything from the basic terms to important persons, geography, and history. New information is added as Clive progresses. Past active time lore entries can also be viewed.
I have a few new notes that might interest you.
Oh, that's cute. Look at that.
Nice.
You wish to
Amateur
study the tones?
analyst.
Put that sprite art to work. Make use of it wherever you can in this game. That's cool. Okay, so now what I was curious about was the way the chronology appears with like each scene. You see a different paragraph as it goes down the list, so it's page by page.
Oh, sweet.
Okay.
When you press L1, it goes back to previous entries, or yeah.
Right, so he was just Wyvern. So, young boy, forced to serve as a slave soldier. Now in his 13th year of servitude, drafted through the front line. Blessing of the Phoenix, and this is where we picked back up. Yeah, okay. So I wanted to take a look at what was Sid's stuff.
Sidolphus Telemon.
Sidolphus. Cornered by a battalion of Iron Kingdom Crusaders in the depths of the Knights of Defilclive, thought his end was nigh until Sid appeared and spirited him and Jill away to his secret hideaway in the Deadlands. Okay, that's all we know for now. And obviously, fucking thunder and lightning. Related topics. Hey, that's nice. That's nice. Cool. Okay.
Oh, that's how you get lost in the wiki.
That's how you get wiki dive. Yeah.
Oh man.
You wiki dive and you come up for air and you do your best, but good fucking luck.
Did you learn everything you needed?
Not yet, but I appreciate the offer. I'll take you up on that when I have more time.
Later, Oprah. Kenneth, a chicken head, kitchen head.
It's very different meaning to those two things.
I got your wood right here.
Oh, you're back. Hope fetching that wood wasn't too much trouble.
Look at all this wood I'm chucking.
Will this be enough?
This will do nicely, thank you. With a bit of luck, the walls won't be falling in on us just yet.
That sounds ominous.
Oh, it's not as bad as all that. And it's a damn sight better than the alternative. We're safe, we're warm, and we're hidden. What more could we ask for? Now stop fretting and take this. You've earned it. Welcome to the fold.
There's no need to...
That's not a matter of...
He said stop fretting.
You're one of us now.
Cash?
Quest complete. What do we get?
And experience.
Meteorite.
And a meteorite. All right.
What's that? That gill bug? It's not gonna eat your gill, is it?
Not Dokapon.
Okay.
can be traded for gill.
All
Yes.
right. Exchange them for a handful of coppers.
There you go. Yeah, that's a great ass material to pick up, and I'm wondering if I can spy the reward for a given side quest as we approach it, you know? Just to know right off the bat, like, yo, I want that. Let me go take a look at that jukebox for a second.
Ah. Hopefully we'll see some title names. The Orchestrion. You can change the background music in the hideaway. This is Orchestrion Rolls.
So the FF7R jukebox.
And it tells you, okay, acquired during the main scenario, can be purchased from a vendor. Okay. Found in a treasure coffer.
That's cool.
Was there a quest behind?
Yeah, I might as well pick it up if we don't actually do it.
I think I haven't. Ah, a new face, and dare I hope, a willing pair of hands. The fat chocobo is a demanding mistress, and we are too few to keep her on her feet. Might I persuade you
Bro, that
to
looks so
deliver a
good.
meal or two
That
to
looks pretty
souls
good.
in need of sustenance?
I'm a big fan of stews.
Yeah, when I can see the meat piercing through the surface. That's it.
So hearty.
I need to see the ratios. Strong, like a good roti with the ratios. If I see fucking 50% or more potato, get out! None of that shit.
Need that meat.
I don't see why not.
Marvelous. And who exactly do I have the honor of addressing?
Clive.
Delighted
Damn.
to make your acquaintance, Clive.
I was talking shit
I'm
about those
Kenneth,
browns.
And mine are the weary shoulders
But
upon
those
which
browns
the
look
weight
mighty
of
fine.
Those browns looking alright.
Now, I have 3 hungry customers awaiting their victuals. Take these if you would, and be careful.
Victuals.
They're hot.
Now, you haven't had the pleasure, but, so yeah, 500 right there. Okay, and if you don't prioritize, it just goes over.
Serve Kenneth's soup.
When you played Final Fantasy 15 and they would you'd cook food, there was a big elaborate food porn scenario, and you'd have someone on your team that would come up with a new recipe, and then it was the whole thing. So the food looking good is established to some degree.
Your food.
I was hoping it might be. Well, doesn't this look fine? Thank you, lad. You're new, aren't you? Kenneth's running you ragged already, I expect, the old rascal.
Well, he did say he'd give me something for my trouble.
And so he should. We're not slaves anymore. Well met, lad, and keep up the good work.
Damn, I want stew.
Yeah.
I want stew. that got me. That got
He'd
me.
have time for a nip with old August before scampering back to his solar, but no.
Lonely.
There's a decent stew at the Burgundy Lion.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just it's not quite bar food, you know.
My thanks. I hope you do not think me lazy for waiting to be served like a lord. Only my former master did not use me kindly, you see. You left me half lame,
Oh no.
truth be told. But Sid took me in nonetheless. Well, the hideaway is the home I never knew. And a mighty fine one at that.
Mm-hmm.
He's just happy to be served in a clean bowl. Can I get a clean glass? Here you go, Your Majesty.
Oh, he's gonna be a dick about it.
There's so much
Oh,
more to
never
farming
mind.
than just seeds and soil.
He's studying.
Your food.
Just a moment. I need to finish this. I won't be a burden. I'm of no use to anyone as I am, but maybe if I can master this.
All right, but see that you eat it before it gets cold.
Right?
Of course. Thank you.
Bitch is reading about salad when he's got a bowl of beef right in front of him.
That's the last one.
The fuck you doing?
Let Kenneth know.
Don't waste those browns, man.
You gonna eat that?
There's no reheating.
All done, I presume? Splendid.
They were bearers. All 3 of them. Not slaves waiting upon their master's pleasure, but men waiting to be fed like equals.
Indeed. Equality is the very cornerstone upon which our little community is founded.
Oh, should look at that.
Beyond these walls, we are scorned as slaves. Speaking only when spoken to, eating only what scraps our masters deign to give us. The first hot meal here is the first many will have known.
Damn.
In the hideaway, we are free. Truly free to speak as we please, when we please, and to eat what and when we desire.
Yo, Kenneth, you're a good guy.
More than reason enough to trust in Sid's vision, wouldn't you say?
We can't let the secret of the
I promised
browns
you
out.
something for your trouble, did I not? The contents of my strongbox are yours to do with as you will. Thank you, Clive. Do come and visit me again, won't you?
We gotta keep the lid tight on how delicious browns are until a couple centuries go by, and then everybody's fucking selling it and monetizing it and bullshitting it up when the real shit was made by the downtrodden.
Yeah. I love that kind of food. Pudding shoma.
Pudding shoma. Yeah, exactly. Grits and, well, pretty much like all fucking like southern, you know, like that southern black country style, you know. Countless treasure coffers lie across the realm waiting to be plundered. If you find one, do not hesitate to kick it open. No one's looking. Go ahead.
You've heard of that, the soup from Haiti, soup jumu?
No.
Soup jumu?
What's that?
So before Haiti became independent in 1804, there was like fancy squash soup that was for like upper class people, and the slaves took it. They're like, oh, this is ours now. So this is why every January 1st you have soup jumu, and you serve it to Haitian families. Very, very tasty.
Back from Saint-Domingue. Interesting. Yeah, no, like all the stuff with like, you know, basically just we use every part of the animal and or we use the cheapest parts. I talked about oxtail the other day, right?
Yeah.
It's like nobody wanted oxtail. It's the fucking chewiest, hardest to cook, and it's ultimately basically just garbage. And like West Indians are like, alright, give it to us. Run that shit. We'll cook it for hours and make it the like, best food ever.
What are you cooking over there? What are you doing with that oxtail?
Supplies for my journey to Lost Wing. Otto said you could provide them.
What's that? Does the newcomer think it proper to make demands of a poor old matron before even introducing himself?
Uh-oh.
It's Clive.
Damn.
Well, Clive, I hear that dog is yours. Since he followed Sid home one night, I've seen to it that his chin's rubbed and his belly fed. Though I suppose that's your job now. Unless you lose him again.
Hey!
I won't.
God damn it.
Not again.
Watch your mouth, Granny.
Thank you for watching him.
Eyes on the road.
I think I'd rather her just go grrr.
What? You didn't think I'd shower your lordship with my hard-won wares while you swagger about with a pocket full of gill? Life doesn't work that way, lad. Now,
let's see some coin. Karen drives a hard bargain. Karen.
I didn't notice.
God damn it.
Alright, you can get consumable items and gear at shops around Valistea. And the stock changes as the story progresses, so check in frequently.
Nice. Fuck, now I want some oxtail.
You want stew, you want oxtail, oh my god.
Damn it. Give me 2 curry goat. Yo, all those recipes exactly, right? You cook it, you stew that shit up all day. The masters are like, what you cooking over there? What's that? What you cook? Yeah. And Jamaicans are like, mind your blood cleat business.
You don't want none of this.
Go on about your way. Mind your blood clot business.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. What you got, Karen?
Broadsword we can afford 80, and then we can start spicing it up from there. Yeah. Bracers 20, and the basics sounds good. Spending 500 of my 1,000 gil, and attack and stagger go up. And that's the compare point. Cool.
The twins.
Yeah, in some cases, I guess then it's like, see if you can buy it and then start upgrading. Don't necessarily spend crafting material to create it from scratch unless you have to. So, good thing on that. Similar to this as well, right? We saw the ability to create these, but now if we can buy them and upgrade them, defense goes up a significant amount. That's going to be the almost rest of our gil. And we're out of potions, so let's do that.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Really?
Jeez.
We can sell The gill bug.
Oh yeah. It is valuable. 200. Jeez.
Let's see how many selling things. Just that. That ain't much. Yeah, all right.
I reckon I can find a buyer.
She's so like fine. Badge of metals. Yeah, we saw one of these in the iconic challenge. Increases defense by 10 for 450. Way too shy for now. Oh,
you can revert.
Oh yeah, no. Okay, no, never mind. It's just it's the old stuff. I'm looking at my cell after all.
That's all.
Why, you've barely a guiltier name.
Yeah, you just took it.
You're taking his side now. And after all I've done for you. All right. All right, I can make an exception. But just this once, mind. My stores are getting cluttered and I need to make room for the next shipment.
Thank you.
Thank me? Thank your dog.
The dog.
You pet him and you fed him. But did you teach him how to do combo enders? Because if so, you're all right. Someone's got to take responsibility for turning fucking Torgal into a badass. I want to know who.
With a bracer.
Doc.
Yes? What?
What about you?
Taking an interest, are you?
Oh, wondering why such a commonly cultured lady would cast her lot with this rabble. Because she's got a special arrangement with the rabble-rouser, that's why. I scratch Sid's back and he scratches mine. Use me old trading connections to bring in whatever him and his little band need, and they pay what I ask.
And to sweeten the deal...
He's given me a home here, far from the prying eyes of those who'd wish me ill. And there's no shortage of them, believe you me.
She's got heterochromia.
Mm-hmm.
That's the mark of a waifu, Reggie.
Oh, yeah?
Anytime a character has the two eye colors in anime, that's a special fucking... You know, that's a whole thing. Let's see.
Go on, then.
Go on, then.
That broadsword description.
Even in the
Popular
hands
choice
of
for armies across the twins? Should I know what the twins is?
So in a Game of Thrones context, maybe not. That's what I think of right away. But yeah, the twins is a location, most likely. I suppose we can go find out.